Hello everyone, welcome to the Watch Tailor channel where we take watches, give them a little design tweak and try and make them better. But today I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different. What I'm going to be doing is mashing two watches together, the F91W and the G-Shock. I just really want to see what a hybrid between these two watches will look like and whether it'll work or whether it'll be an absolute disaster. So if you've never seen Watch Tailor before, you can check out some of my previous content. But the first thing we like to do is make a duplicate. Well, obviously in this case, we're going to have to make a duplicate of both, so we can work on them. So let's just make these a little bit smaller now, so we've got a bit more work area. So obviously now you can see the originals, and then obviously the two that we're going to be editing. So essentially what I'm really wanting to do is somehow mash in these two watches together, and I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit tricky, but we're going to give it my best shot. So I think I'm going to start off with the pen tool, and the first thing I'm going to do is steal the the display from the F91W, and what I'm going to do then is essentially superimpose that over to the thing and see if it works. So what I'm going to do is fast forward this bit because it's kind of boring and takes a while. So once it's done, I'll resume. Alright guys, so that actually didn't take as long as I anticipated. But anyway, what we need to do now is make a selection. So now we can see we've got this part of the watch selected. And then we're going to make a masked layer. So basically I actually need to duplicate that again. Make a masked layer, and now you can see we just have the display. So what we'll do if I exit that now, and basically I can move this layer around of its own accord. So you can see we've got a copy of that. So now if I move that above our G-Shock layer, you can see already that's what it's looking like. Obviously I can't leave it like that because it's F91W G-Shock, but no, we're going to do it a little bit better than that. So what I need to do now is basically get this to fit into this. So if I just reduce the size, what I can do now is basically just try and get this to sort of fit within the frame of the G-Shock, and I'm actually after going to make it a little bit bigger, and then we're going to have to erase parts of it out, I think, because otherwise it's just not going to fit. So that's about that. So now what I want to do is because I can sort of see through the part of the thing, you can see the line there, the line there. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to sort of, I don't know. I really don't know how I'm going to do this because I don't know which sort of element I want to keep. Do I want to keep, the frame, that we've got on the G-Shock, or do we want to keep the one on the F91 and have the blue? I think that's what we'll go for. So what I'm going to have to do actually then is make it smaller so it actually fits within, because we want to keep the blue, and I can just bulk the rest of it out with like a black sort of surround. So that's what it's going to look like, but now you can see we've got this border that we don't really need, so I'm going to have to erase that. So now you can see we have this, and it's looking a little bit weird, so I think what we're going to have to do is, basically just make it a little bit bigger, like so. I think that's alright. Yeah, we definitely can't keep the white, unless I can actually make one myself. So I think what we're going to do now is go on to the G-Shock layer, pick black, and no, we don't want, I don't know why it's doing that. So we're going to paint, and now we've got black selected, and now basically we're just going to paint this black. So that is, wow, that is weird. Yeah, we're not done yet, but wow. So what we see if I can sort of warp this a little bit to sort of make it fit a little bit better. So I might have to sort of drag. I think it's the shape here. You know, the shape, if you look at the G-Shock, you can see it's specifically designed for that. This is sort of too round, so I don't really know if I'm going to be able to think of it. Let's give it a go. So we've got this sort of skew if tool, I like to call it, because it just sort of, can you see, it just sort of mashes it up a little bit and sort of gets it. So if I can kind of sort of fit it a little bit better, maybe, just to the same sort of profile. So obviously that wants to be a little bit stretched, and then we want to bring that down into this corner a little bit, and then that one there. And then what I'm going to do is make it a little bit smaller as well, because it just looks a bit weird now. So I need to grab that again, and that is not great. So if we apply that, and then what I'm going to do now is make it a little bit smaller, so it sort of fits a little bit better. It's just a little bit off in this corner here. But you can see we've got all this, you know, this blank space. Next, what I need to do really now is get rid of... Now, do I keep the G-Shock or do I... Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of that. Because obviously it's not a G-Shock anymore. It's like a hybrid. Ooh, should we call it an F-Shock? I'm just kidding. That sounds terrible. So just get rid of this. Because obviously, you know, we don't need it. So I'll just get rid of that. And it's not really playing ball, so I'm gonna have to use the thingy tool. So this is the sort of the slow way of doing it, but for whatever reason, it's just you know. Right guys, so we've got rid of that, and now we're actually going to do something a little bit different. We're going to sort of do this over there. So what we're going to do is implement a little bit of this over here. So what first thing I think we need to do then is get rid of you know, this, because we don't need that anymore. So we'll get rid of that. Oh god, so that's just not working. Let's just do it a little bit by a little bit. Right, there we go. So we'll just get rid of that, and get rid of that. Right, okay. So now we've got rid of that. So what we want to do is sort of steal this element from this G-Shock. So if we just do a rough selection of this, because we don't need it to be perfect. Grab that, grab that, grab that. In fact, no, we don't. We need all of it, don't we? So we need, yeah, in fact, yeah, we'll just take it from there to, no, to about, yeah, because obviously it's got to fit it all into there, to there, and to there. I've actually had an idea, guys, to make it look a little bit better, so I'm gonna do that in a minute. So I'm gonna have to just erase that from there to there, and then we're gonna duplicate, because we don't need Dinger. Click back on our curve, make a selection, and then do that. So now it should have made a copy of this, but no, it's just being awkward. So now we go over here, bring that to the front, and there we go. So you can see we've got the G-Shock part of this on here, so we're just gonna have to make that a little bit smaller so it sort of fits. And yes, I know the colour's not the same, but we're gonna sort that out in a second. Right guys, so that is done. So we've got an integrated date thing there. So what I need to do now is make a group, because I'm going to change the size of it again. So if I grab that, and grab that. So that's all now one group. So that should sort of change size all in one. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is introduce this. So you can see the thing has got text. So I'm thinking, what would it look like if I did that? So I'm going to leave a bit of a space like so around it. And then again, you know, we're gonna paint the thingy. So we'll paint that in right here because we don't need that. And yeah, you know, we've got a lot of sort of negative space now, but I'm going to fill that in. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do now is take the elements from this. So here, 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 here. And then we're going to put it over there. But now, you know, this has gone a little bit thingy. So we need to move that down a little bit and make it look sort of central. Let's see if this might not work, guys, by the way, so if it doesn't, I'll just cut it. Oh god, this is looking so weird. So then what we're going to do is borrow more elements off of this. I think what we're going to do is take, you know, part of the G-Shock that we need. So it's going to have electro-luminescent things. So again, we grab the pen tool. And this is basically it now, guys. We're just stealing stuff from one and mashing it up with the other. And is it going to look great? Probably not, but you know, it's all for fun. We definitely do need something here though. I mean, Casio F91W. Should we put the G-Shock back in? I think we should actually. Let's put the G-Shock back in. I think it might look alright. And yes, I know I removed it because I thought I could, you know, put something else in, but I can't. So we're going to put that in. Mask that off. Escape. Grab that. Then we've got the shock. And then we're going to put that in. Yeah, I think it needs it, really. Okay. So there it is, guys. There is the thing here. I'm just going to group all these together so we can, you know, if I ever come back to it, I'll know where, you know, everything sort of is. And that wants to be part of the group as well, doesn't it, that one? Right, so guys, we'll duplicate that. Get rid of that one, and then we'll just make it a little bit bigger so you can actually see my monstrosity. So there it is. That is the Casio F91W G-Shock. Oh my god. I'm sorry. It is so bad. Let me go and know what you guys think of it down in the comment section. But yeah, that is... Wow. That's way worse than I thought. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. And yes, this is going to be the first in a mashup series. I'm definitely going to be doing some more because this, as terrible as the result is, I think it's you know, been a good laugh. So yeah, let me know what other two watches you want me to smush together. And yeah, have a good one, guys.